Hi, good morning, everyone. It's the 9th of August. Now, we had a really nice push to the upside, and it's the moment of truth for this red top band, which I've been pointing out since the drop started. Now, it just held, or almost held, at that red top band, okay, just kind of reversing at that red top band. If that red top band doesn't hold, okay, if it does push through without stopping at all, there is the last chance, the bearish chance for this blue bear flag to form. Okay, so there is still some possibility, and there is also this level which was broken and in the back test may hold, right? This support zone, which was about 450, yeah, 5,450. And if it gets there and then touches that blue top band, then we may still see a sell-off. But first, the red top band has to be broken. On the SPX, it is already breaking. You know, if you look at it on the 4-hourly, right, that 4-hourly chart, no, it's actually not breaking. It's just right there. Literally, while I'm recording this video, it is testing that red top band. So if it reverses, and I think if it, let's say it's at 53.38, if it reverses here and if it drops below 53.10, I think we can expect it to be a proper reversal for it to come down hard one more time, and maybe even 4,900 or so. And just like the other one, I'm now going to show you this chart or this potential bear flag. And we put this in also the blue color. And that blue top band may turn into a resistance. Okay, and that could become a bear flag. Dow Jones had bounced off the golden bottom band. Not the perfect bounce, but it did. Now the red top band is a potential resistance, which is a bear flag, and we are still inside this black downtrend, which shouldn't be broken if bears want to take control and pull it back one more time. Dow Jones Cash, it had broken that green internal support. Then the back test held twice, 3 times, but now it's kind of penetrating back above the red top band and the black top band. They are still overhead resistance levels, and I think one of them is going to hold, and we may see one more down move. NASDAQ futures continuous is testing the blue top band exactly like ES. They are both testing their up overhead resistance levels. And do we have this golden top band as a resistance and then come down, or just another bear flag potential whose top band is higher than the current levels? Yeah, it's either this golden channel is a bear flag together with the blue top band, but it has to reverse right here because it's literally right there, touching it. If the golden and blue don't really react, then the red top band may turn into a major resistance. So we'll see. NASDAQ cash. So there's also somewhere up there, there is a big gap. Okay, this gap is going to get filled, right? This gap. Oh, it has been filled. Sorry, that gap, that's this little gap, was filled last week. Okay, there is no other gap up above. And on NASDAQ, I think it's the same. There is no. There is one. Look here on NASDAQ, the gap here. Yeah, we can see the gap here, and it's at 19,937. And NASDAQ cash is the same. The blue top band is getting tested, but it's not really holding. So maybe, just maybe, it held initially, but then it's now breaking to the upside. Little pullback, and now it's breaking to the upside. Then I think we may argue it's going to get to the golden top band, and before that, it may reverse at that golden top band or this red resistance. It's not red yet. Just a second. Let's differentiate. I always use colors to differentiate between different formations. So every color is a different formation, okay? So to repeat myself, that blue resistance, yeah, 1, 2, 3, is it 4 touches? Almost 4 touches. Is it going to be broken? That's the thing. Maybe it will, maybe not. And if it does, I think that blue top band is breaking. So maybe bulls are taking control, and that golden top band, which is also in line with this broken support zone. So that's around just over 19,000, just around 19,000 on the NASDAQ cash. Russell is backtesting that blue resistance one more time, right? It's the second touch on that. And is it going to really push on? And another bear flag potential is this red one. Okay, so if the red, it's not even potential, it's a proper bear flag because it has 2 touches on both sides. So it's either going to get to the red top band and come down to break it to the downside, or if it gets there and smashes through, that would be, of course, bullish. So this golden support held at the low of this week's spike low, right? And then it's been recovering, but this red bear flag's breakout direction is going to give us the next move. And FTSE is slightly positive, as you can see. The green and red supports were damaged, but it's trying to stay above that red support, which is positive. And DAX is coming closer to that red failed bear flag, bull flag. And if it holds at the back test, which is at 17,900, which I mentioned in yesterday's video, so that's another 150 points to go. And from there, if it reverses, we may see another 900 points drop, or at least to this green bottom band, towards 17,200, maybe a 700 points drop. This here, okay, this is the French index, and this purple downtrend is intact, and it had broken this support zone. So, and it had also broken this blue support, okay, this blue channel. So I think at some point we will see more downside without breaking that purple top band. I was hoping for a very long time that purple top band is going to be broken. Instead, I mean, we should have been shorting, especially breakdown of this and its backtest. Excuse me. Of course, it's in hindsight. Sometimes I do a hindsight analysis, which is useless. Yes. But I'm sometimes biased, mostly for the bulls. I am biased, and I kind of miss the shorting opportunities. But we can't get everything, can we? TLT, that blue resistance is broken, and the green top band is just over 100. So we'll see if it gets there. And the Z and the 10-year note, Treasury note, may touch that blue top band and come down. Oil is a little bit peculiar here. I mean, it's not peculiar, but it's kind of, I still believe there is unfinished business to the downside, but this move, breaking the green channel, right? It's trying to break the green channel. The red bear flag has to be broken to the upside for more rally. Is it going to be, or is it going to come down and break it to the downside? That is the big question. I was hoping that it's going to stay inside the green downtrend, come down, yeah, and then touch $70 or $70.20 or so that we could start buying a little bit. But it didn't do that. And this is Brent oil. Also, you can see I marked the green potential downtrend, but it didn't happen. Okay, and there is still a possibility of this red bear flag. Okay, so nothing. I mean, the bears haven't lost control entirely. Well, for bears to lose control entirely, the blue major resistance has to be broken. That major resistance from the highs of 22, beginning of 22. has to be broken. So far, this entire move may even get resolved to the downside. It could, I mean, oil can get to 60 as well, right? Theoretically, I don't think it's going to be broken. This blue support is going to be broken. I don't think that's going to happen. But if it does, then it could dive another $10-15. Okay, so we'll see. For the bullish case, that blue resistance has to be taken out, and that would be very, very bullish. At the moment, I think we're inside this bear flag. Natural gas has broken the red resistance, and if you look at the September contract, it has broken back into the red. Okay, so that red downtrend was broken, but it's kind of broken back up. I'm going to remove it from the picture, and this golden downtrend is forming, I think. Okay, and this golden top band, you can see the internal is very nice, and that is now broken. And I think we are going to see the gap fill. There is a gap here, okay, and the gap is at 2320, which is the golden top band. So the gap fill coinciding with that golden top band at 2320-ish. So that's why I think it's going to get there, touch it, golden top band, touch it, and then we come down one more time. So 2320 may even turn into a really nice short entry. Gold, this is spot gold off the red support, broke the blue resistance. It's moving, and it has broken this red internal resistance as well, which means it could get to 24.75. And if you look at the gold red uptrend, it broke out of this little bull flag here, which means theoretically, or ideally, not theoretically, but ideally, it gets to the golden top band and smashes through that 2500 psychological level. You can see this is the perfect, really perfect sideways channel, sideways to up. And 3 touches on the top, 1, 2, 3, or 2 touches on the bottom. That's why I thought maybe if it breaks the red support, it's going to come towards 2350 one more time, and then maybe a break to the upside. And if you look at platinum, now platinum is inside the green downtrend, green bear flag, and it's inside the red downtrend, which suggests that there is one more dive coming to platinum, and especially if it breaks the green bottom band, we're going to see a crash, further crash. And look at this beauty. I called for 393 since this started coming down. 393 holds, perfect double support, and it is now testing this green resistance rail. Maybe we see a little bit, ideally we see a little bit downside without breaking it, and then smashes through. So if you have bought 393, 394, like I said yesterday, your stop would be 392. That is the tightest stop ever. And now we are on at 404. The position is already up 10 points. Yeah, up 10, 11 points. And the stop was 2 points. So you are already on 5R. You know, reward to risk ratio is already 5R. And it could get to like 430, then break out of the red as long as this blue support holds. So yeah, if you are in the position, if you are long, keep it. I think this is going to be a big winner. But if it comes down to 393 one more time, get out. So you have a free trade here. That risk-free trade, not free trade. No trade is free, but a risk-free trade exists. So we did everything. Yep. Let's have a look at euro. Now the blue resistance is broken. So the green one, the blue resistance is holding on euro. For it to rally, it has to break that blue top band at 110.15. The pound sterling obviously couldn't break that golden resistance from the highs of 2007. That still looks bearish to me. US dollar Japanese yen is off the green internal, so if we may see a backtest on the red and come down towards the green bottom band. The XY is trying to penetrate back into the red failed bull flag, but if it does, I mean, as I said, there is a spike down here, and that's why we may see it going up a little bit inside and then maybe come down one more time. I'm still hoping that US dollar is going to come down big, and I'm still hoping and projecting. The green resistance on Aussie dollar was broken and back tested, which I mentioned yesterday's video. This is the back test, and it rallied from here. But of course, the real breakout would be the blue top band. That would be a giant breakout. Okay, and Kiwi has to break that golden resistance. At the moment, there is no action suggesting that, but if it gets to that level, I will let you know. US dollar CAD had broken the golden top band. That's a 2-year, 3-year, actually 2-year bull flag. Is it faked? Has it faked? Well, maybe, because it's penetrating back in, because US dollar is kind of weak and US dollar CAD may be strong. All right, let's have a look at coffee. Yeah, I closed 347, half of it, 247, and we captured 10% rally. A 10% rally in 3 days is something, okay? And I'm keeping that 223 long. I can't take a loss on that position anymore because we bought the very dip, right? The worst thing that can happen is that it comes down and breaks this black support, and then we will reevaluate. It may break that support to fill the gap. You can see there is unfortunately a gap at 227. Yeah, 227, there is a gap. And to fill that gap, it has to come down. It's kind of break that black bottom band. Maybe not. Maybe it's just like it's going to be a fakey 227 and then rally towards 275. And on the longer term chart, that black one is the red here. So I'm going to put this in black to have the same color code. That purple resistance has to be broken. You can see it came towards it. 1, 2. So I'm going to zoom in here. 3, 4, 5 touches. The recent highs were the fifth touch. Was the fifth touch. Look at that. And ultimately, I think we're going to break it. But maybe before that, I closed half of the position at 247, and I'm keeping 223 another half. And especially, right, let's say 227, if it comes to 227, fill the gap. Yeah, this here is the gap you can see here. We may fill the gap and then ready to break that purple resistance. I think ultimately the target is still 227, 275, and maybe even 300. Wheat has broken out of the wedge. This wedge is broken, and the wedge on the September contract is not a wedge, but it has broken the internal green resistance. It's coming towards 560, I think, this time. Maybe the green top band is going to hold. We'll see. Soybeans is touching the blue bottom band, right? It's right there. I think soybeans is very depressed, and I think it's ready for a big run, especially considering this huge wedge. This is the low of October last year, okay, on the September contract. And you can see, I think there is a chance for it to bottom out right here. It already tested and bounced a little bit. Now the red resistance has to be broken for a major rally to start. Okay, we may be seeing the very bottom of soybeans, and corn has to break out of the blue bull flag. No, blue little downtrend. It's touching that green major downtrend's bottom band. So they're all really forcing the over depressed levels, and that's why I said maybe you should all buy some ETFs, because in the long term this market is going to rally. And you can see corn September contract touched that blue top band three times bottom, three times top. So any move to break that blue top band at 385 is going to look very, very bullish. It's going to be a breakout. And cocoa, so many times I mentioned over the last 2 or 3 days, but this is the time. Yeah, it is that green bottom band that held. This is perfection. The red bull flag is broken, and it even got back tested. So this is a major move coming our way on cocoa, and I think it can easily get to 20,000 as long as it stays inside the green uptrend. Yeah. Sugar is kind of in between, quite honestly. It still hasn't really broken back into the blue, but you can see the October contract is slightly positive here. It has bounced. This blue support doesn't really count anymore, but that blue resistance has to be broken, clearly. Last one is cotton. It doesn't want to move at all, so let's move on. Bitcoin is surprising, and the reason is quite clear. So I'm going to put it on the daily. That purple support from the lows of 2015, that needs to be holding, that has to hold for the bull market to continue. Here, there is a penetration back into the golden channel. So this blue bull flag failed recently, but now it's broken back in, and that golden broken channel has been broken back in. So that is, well, that calls for a re-evaluation of my analysis. If it does reverse here and comes down again, which is today or maybe over the weekend, that could still be counting as a deep back test, and it could come down. The only way Bitcoin can start the next major leg up would be by breaking $70,000. That is the only way. Ethereum is lagging, and you can see it came up to that golden broken support, and it back tested it. It has back tested it. Now it's reversing. So that's why I don't think it's turning bullish whatsoever. And of course, this red support that was broken. So it may get to 28.50. And from there, I'm still expecting a reversal, and even Ethereum may even break this green bottom band and really sell off. So nothing is out of the woods yet. CAS failed to break out. OM doesn't look very good because it failed the bull flag breakout, that red one. Jasmy is backtesting that green internal broken support. So the blue bull flag is there, but so far no real breakout. PAL has to break out of the purple bull flag. So far no real action. And Pepe, green bull flag is there. Solana, this golden sideways channel is in there, and if Solana breaks, let's say initially it's going to get to 190, maybe pull back and then break to the upside. Monero, it has to break 180, 185. That's where I will be a buyer. Aave is, you can see the red channel, red sideways channel. It's off the green broken support twice. Very deep backtest, obviously. But if it can break 120, it could get to 150. ACH is inside this wedge and triangle. I don't want to cover everything really. Most of them are really nothing. I mean, most of them are really bad. So Dash has the last chance to form this wedge and break it to the upside. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4 touches on that blue support. It really has to break that blue, I mean, maybe pull back and then break it to the upside. That is the only way. And data is back testing the green broken bull flag. So there is a chance for data to run from here. These dips may be a bottom here to run to 13 cents. It's at 3 cents at the moment. Dogecoin has to stay inside the green bull flag and break out and break back into the red broken huge uptrend. That is a broken uptrend. Let's have a look at the other. Zcash is up 4% and it's over that golden resistance. Zcash, maybe it's Zcash time finally. I have some, very little, but I have some Zcash. Finally, maybe there is going to be money to be made. That green resistance has to be cleared, right? That green major resistance has to be cleared for Zcash to really, really run big. Ton, not much. Fetch AI coin, oh, that's bad. It's not entirely bad because that red bottom band is holding, but the golden bull flag has been invalidated. So that's why it's bad. The red support is holding, which is kind of good. But yeah, not really the best charts. PYR had broken everything. PYR is going to oblivion, right? This is a multi-year low. Despite huge advances everywhere, PYR has lost it all. So that's really bad. Okay. Hive, Chainlink. Hive is bad, of course. No. Yeah, I think the renaissance, the 2-3 months long renaissance has finished in blood. So I've tried to warn everyone all the time that these coins are not here to make you rich indefinitely. Speculation it is, not really buy and hold. I told it many, many, many times. I hope some of you have listened. All right, guys, take care. Keep in touch. Bye.